of strength, not just an inquiry or an investigation. Ladies and gentlemen, on the 1st of June, Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi received their summons from the Enforcement Directorate in the Associated Journal Young Indian case, the National Herald case as it is being called. While Sonia Gandhi is down with COVID and has sought time, Rahul Gandhi is expected to face the agency 4 days from now. While Rahul may be preparing to answer all the questions relating to the allegations of amassing disproportionate income and all the related question in the income tax returns that he's filed as directors of Young Indian, his loyal party members are ready to hit the streets in protest. Come Monday, we're going to see a pan-India protest by not just the Congress supporters, but even members of parliament who have been summoned to Delhi to give moral support to the Gandhi sign. The grand old party wants to make a spectacle of Rahul Gandhi cooperating with the agencies. That is, if he actually does turn up at the Enforcement Directorate office. And what's wrong in supporting your leader, they say? Listen in.
It's completely wrongly taken. There are a set of MPs who had wrote to the Congress leaders that we should why we should not be standing against this injustice with Mr. Rahul Gandhi. He is our leader and he is our colleague in the Lok Sabha, and therefore Lok Sabha MPs from Congress party has, I know that those people who are young MPs who had wrote to Congress leadership, therefore only this decision that all the MPs wants to come to Delhi and they wanted to be part of it. Today there is a meeting at 4 o'clock with the General Secretaries and the Presidents. We will take a call on that from the MPs.
The witch hunting, they're trying to disturb our national leaders, especially Sri Rahul Gandhi ji. 13th ED has filed a case, he has to appear in the court in Delhi. In Karnataka, KPCC will take a protest.
Now contrast this attempt by the Congress party to when Narendra Modi appeared before the investigation agency 12 years ago. The then Gujarat Chief Minister appeared before the SIT that was probing the 2002 riots in Gujarat. The head of the probe team recalled the marathon questioning of the now Prime Minister and how he remained calm through it all. That's what cooperation looked like, says the BJP, who is now accusing the Congress of running away from the law. So the legitimate question we're asking on the news now, is Congress backing Parivar and not propriety or the law? That's the question and the debate on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 2 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
GVL Narasimha Rao, Member of Parliament and National Spokesperson of the BJP, joins Tehseen Poonawalla on this debate. And GVL Narasimha Rao, 12 years ago, and you know how long these investigations went on from 2002 right up to 2014 and beyond. I want to ask you, the Congress party today held a virtual meeting to figure this out on how they should support their leader. Are you planning to arrest him? Because I thought it was just a questioning. So if it's questioning and some questions need to be answered, do you think, we saw this visuals on the screen which show when they, both Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi went to Patiala House courts. I was covering that and we were there. It was a traffic jam and the common man was upset with the kind of jams it caused. But other than that, was it a political statement that needed to be made?
Navika, I think the Gandhi family has this habit of claiming to be a family, claiming to be leaders with certain privileges which are not available to other politicians or other leaders. Only a week before summons were issued to Rahul Gandhi and Sonia ji, Mallikarjun Kharge, who is the leader of the Congress party in Rajya Sabha, he was also questioned by the Enforcement Directorate. And I have not seen even a statement being put out by the Congress party when Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge went and he was examined. But when the Gandhis are called, I think they have a special airs. I think how dare call them. This is pressure tactics. I think Enforcement Directorate, when they have called them to be examined or questioned, you ask all your MPs, you rally them, and what are you trying to do? Are you trying to indulge in pressure tactic? Is this what a responsible political leader or a party should do? Like you mentioned, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, when he was Chief Minister, he was examined, he was questioned with a volley of 100 questions over 10 hours. And this was stated by Mr. R.K. Raghavan, who was the Supreme Court appointed Special Investigation Team head. He himself wrote in his autobiography, he was fully cooperative, answered all the questions, and never lost his cool, did not even ask for tea, he did not take it even if it was offered to him. So he said, okay, I will abide by the rules of the game.
Absolutely.
So if I'm being asked and questioned, I will answer them like anybody else.
Tehseen Poonawalla, is there a special dispensation? Congress leaders don't get it. Common people don't get it. Whoever summoned goes, gives their statement, and you know, if the investigators are satisfied, they come out, or otherwise whatever the investigation needs to do, it does. The question here is that when they had to go to Patiala House courts, there was this big jamboree. Now, Enforcement Directorate, it's a show of strength. I just want to ask you one question. Is this a way to try and show that you're not ordinary and you have this kind of support, that you will take your MPs along, and therefore the law is different for different people? Is that the message? Because as GVL says, even the Chief Minister of Gujarat, then Mr. Narendra Modi, went alone, went and answered the question. What's the big deal?
The Honourable Member of Parliament, Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao, spoke rightly about the Supreme Court. Yes, I know. The Honourable Member of Parliament, GVL Narasimha Rao, spoke rightly about the SIT with regards to then Chief Minister Modi, appointed by the Honourable Supreme Court. And the same Honourable Supreme Court said in a written judgment that the current ED director who summoned Shri Gandhi and Srimati Sonia Gandhi ji, his tenure will not be extended. And this government, backhand in Rajya Sabha, after suspending 12 MPs, overturned a judgment of the Supreme Court and extended their favourite director's tenure. If this is not shameful, what is? Now let me appoint number 2 to the Honourable MP. Sharad Pawar ji, when you knew you all were losing the Maharashtra elections, on the eve of the elections, you all summoned Sharad Pawar ji by the ED, same director whose tenure you all have extended. And the Mumbai police and the Fadnavis ji went to Sharad Pawar ji and said, please don't go to the ED office, there will be a problem, because mass leader, there is a liking, there's lots of people who want to go with them, stand with them in times of tyranny which you all are indulging in. My simple question to the Honourable Member of Parliament is this. Today on this show, expose me. Tell me what law will Shri Rahul Gandhi break if the MPs are going? And if he's breaking a law, why are you not acting? You are supposed to maintain law and order. What law is he breaking? If he's not breaking a law, what are you complaining about? You are complaining about a hypothetical
Tehseen Poonawalla, before GVL answers that question, I only want to ask you one more question. And that question is the decision going to be taken only by the Enforcement Directorate, or is it going to be taken by the courts in this country? And what have the courts said so far about National Herald, Young Indians, and AJL? You've seen those judgments. So I just want to ask you, why do you not have faith in the courts?
Question.
If there are the courts, they will adjudicate. आपको डर किस बात का है भाई?
किसी बात का डर नहीं है. There is absolutely no fear. The point is that the process is the punishment. Ultimately, there's not going to be a conviction here.
The process is the punishment.
Observation.
No, you've said it all. You've said it all. The process is the punishment. The process is the punishment. So when common people are asked questions, then the common people are summoned. When the common people are put behind bars, then the process cannot be questioned. But if it is the Gandhis, the process is the punishment. GVL Narasimha Rao, respond.
Yeah, Navika, is why was Mallikarjun Kharge a leader, a very tall Dalit leader, and who's been appointed as a leader of the opposition in Rajya Sabha, why was he not extended the same courtesy that Gandhis are being extended, if you call that a courtesy? So everybody else is dispensable, everybody else should follow the rule of the law, but Gandhis will not follow the rule of the law. Or they will want to use political might to browbeat or to pressurize whoever is investigating cases involving them. So I think this is where the hypocrisy of the Gandhi family is.
Will the ED
the
get
Gandhis are
and
at
answer
one
the
pedestal.
question Tehseen asked.
Everybody else.
Answer the question Tehseen asked. Is there a law preventing members of parliament to go with Rahul Gandhi? Answer that question. 10 seconds.
And did Pawar Sahab browbeat you?
No, sir. You see, No, certainly inside the questioning, nobody will be allowed. I think they will have to go and stand on the street or sit on the streets of Delhi. They will not be certainly allowed to be examined in the presence of their MPs. Certainly, procedure will be followed by the ED. But the question is, why does Rahul Gandhi need to use this as a cover? Is he using MPs as some kind of a protective shield?
The question, ladies and gentlemen, that I want to leave with the viewers tonight is just this. The law is equal for everybody. But are some people more equal than everyone else? That's the question that is being raised. Thank you very much for joining me on the NewsHour tonight. Good night. Be safe. I'll see you tomorrow.